Hey everyone, uh, special hello to all my level 2 students. I hope you're doing well in your homes. I hope you're staying healthy and safe. And it's good to be back with you. And today we're going to do another lesson looking at what we looked at last time. But today we're going to specifically look at the verbs. Okay? So remember, verbs. Okay? The verbs, these are the actions. What do you do? Okay? And remember what we said last time, we're talking about what do you do every day, daily? What do you do? But we want to look at the different verbs because when we talk about verbs, we talk about different times. Present, okay? Past, and continuous. So these are the different verbs that we've been talking about: present, past, and continuous. And now when we're looking at these verbs, we're going to first look at our do verb because our do verb is very important. And so let's look at our do verb with present, past, and continuous. And this we've done a lot of times. So this is just review. We just have to remember, okay? So our do verb, remember, with the present, we have two present verbs. We have I, you, okay? So we say I, you, they, but then we have another present verb. The next one, he, she, it. Okay? So we want to remember with the present, we have two different present verbs. So let's look at our do verb. For do, we're going to say, I do. Okay? I do homework. You do homework. They do homework. Right? Again, another verb, another sentence that we use when we say do is we say, I do laundry. You do laundry. They do laundry. But again, for present, every day, usually, for he or she, I don't say do, I say does. Okay? I do laundry. He does laundry. I do homework. She does homework. Okay? So, do and does. But then for the past, I don't say do. For the past, I'm going to say did. Okay? So this one we remember. Yesterday, I did homework. Yesterday, she did laundry. So again, for the past, no different between he and she and I and they. Okay? Only different for the present, right? Because the present has two. One no S, one S. All right? And then with the continuous, remember, one thing we have to remember with the continuous is ing. We always remember ing, but also we have some words that go with it. And so that is am, is, are. Okay? Now, sorry, I'm going to do this in red so that we can keep this the same here. But just remember, am, is, are. Okay? So, and then, again, the ing. So for continuous, we want to say doing. All right? So, what we're going to say with the continuous here is we're going to say, I am doing. He is doing. He is doing homework. I am doing laundry. They are doing homework. All right? Good. So this is a good way to remember our verbs that we've been working on. But now we want to go back and look at what we've been looking at on this page. So remember, last time we looked at this page in our book, okay? So you see here, page 77, all right? And we're looking at this, and we're going to look at the verbs. We're going to look at the verbs on this page, okay? So remember here, number one, the question is, what do you do every day? What do you do? Okay? And do, we see here, this is present. What do you do every day? Number one, what is it? I get up. Okay? So, what is the verb? What is the verb here for number one? The verb is get. I get up. Get is the verb. All right? So we say, I get up every day. And when we look here, we can look again at the picture and we can see a little clock, right? So here we can see a little clock, and the clock even says the time. And this one, 6:30, okay? So we can say, I get up at 6:30. I get up at 6:30. At 6:30 in the morning. So, get. But for he or she, maybe I say, my son. My son get up? No, because my son is he. So remember, what we want to do is we want the S. So we're going to say, he gets up. I get up at 6:30. My son gets up at 8 o'clock. Okay? So, get, gets. Now, if we remember our verb, this was a spelling test before, but we have to remember, so it's difficult. What is the past for get? What do we say? Get. Today I get, yesterday I got. All right, this with the O. So here, again, the same one, I get up every day at 6:30. Yesterday, I got up at 6:30. All right? Good. Now, what is he doing? Doing is continuous. What is he doing? He is getting. All right? And remember, here, when we have this short vowel, we have this T, we're going to do double T, okay? Getting, all right? So, for our first one, we look at the verb, and the verb is get. We say, I get up. He gets up. Yesterday, I got up. Right now, he is getting up. Good. All right, and we want to do this for all of these sentences, okay, or all of these activities. So let's look at number 2. What is number 2? What do you do every day? Number 2, I eat breakfast. And so what is the verb? Eat. Okay? So again, we're going to say eat is the verb. I eat breakfast every day. Okay? He, what? Or she eats with the S. She eats breakfast every day in the morning. She eats breakfast. Yesterday, I ate. Yesterday, I ate breakfast. All right? Good. And you can say, right now, I am eating. Okay. Right now, I am eating. All right, good. Now, again, we can look on here. And so we did number 1, get up. And this is, the verb is get. Number 2, eat breakfast. The verb is eat. Number 3, take a shower. So again, what is the verb? The verb is take, okay? So we're going to look here, and we're going to say, take. I take a shower. But for my wife, I say my wife takes a shower. Takes a shower every day. All right? I take a shower. My wife takes. Again, with the S in the present. So again, for present, usually every day, okay? I take a shower every day. She takes a shower every day. And then the next one, yesterday I took. Yesterday I took a shower, all right? Now, what is she doing now? What is she doing? Again, continuous. She is taking, okay? And remember, again, with the continuous, we want the ing, but if there is E on the end, what do we do? Remember? No E, okay? So we say take, no E, ing. Taking. Okay, good. So, hopefully we have this written down. If not, you can go ahead and take a second. You can write this down in your notebook because we're going to use this in just a second to answer some questions while we're looking at this, all right? So, we've already done some of the most important verbs because get up, the verb is get. Eat, breakfast. Take, shower. Now this, what is this one? Number 4, get dressed. Get dressed. Again, the verb, the same. Get, right? So, get dressed. We use the same verb, get, okay? And number five is take the children to school. Again, what is the verb? The verb is take. So we can use the same verb, take. And so we have eat lunch, right? The same verb, eat, okay? And then walk the dog, right? And then the last one is go to bed, all right? Now, we're not going to do walk the dog because many of us, we don't have dogs, okay? Maybe you don't have dog, so you don't have to walk the dog, right? Now, but the last verb is go to bed. And I do want to make sure that we get this one on here. So let's go ahead and look at this last one, and it's go. I go to bed, all right? But I say she goes. This is with the S. Okay? I go to bed at 9:30. My daughter goes to bed at 8:30. Okay? Yesterday, do we say goed? No, that's not good. Remember the past for go is very different. I went. Good. I went. So, yesterday I went, okay? And then, right now, what is he doing? He is going. Going. Okay, he is going. Good. Now, all of these verbs, we see the present, the past, and the continuous, right? The present, the past, and the continuous. All right here, okay? And now we're going to use these, and again, remembering our do verb, we're going to use these to answer some questions from this page, okay? So I'm going to write some questions, all right? So hopefully you have this. If not, again, you can press pause. You can write this down, all right? But I'm going to erase now, and then we're going to write some sentences, okay? Ready? Press pause. If you're not ready, I'm going to erase. Okay, so I want us, our first sentence to say, okay, now, here's our first sentence. It's going to say, what blank she usually do blank noon. All right. So first, what we have to do is we have to fill in the blanks for our question before we can write the answer. Okay. Because we want question, answer, right? And we have to fill in the blanks first, right? So how do we do this? What do we do? First blank is going to be our do verb, right? This is going to be our do verb. And then the second blank, this one, is going to be the word that we use with time. So remember, we talked about these last time. The words that we use with time, at, in, and on. So we want to look at this one and we want to say at, in, or on. So we can do this backwards. We can look at this one first because maybe this one is easy. And this one, the word is noon. Noon. And do we remember noon? What is noon? Noon is 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock p.m., right? 12 o'clock p.m. is noon. And remember, this is one time. And so what word do we use for one time? Do we say in for time? No, we're going to say at. All right, so this one is going to be at. All right, at noon. Good. But now we want to look at our do verb, okay? And what do verb do we want to use? So here, look, we have this word, she, okay? And then we have this word that's going to help us, usually. Usually. What do we think with the word usually? Do we think present, past, or continuous? With the word usually, again, remember, we think present. All right? So we have the word usually, we think present, and she. So we want the do verb that is present, but for she. So do I say she do? No. I'm going to say does. S for she. So this is what we want here in the question. Does. All right. Now, again, we're going to look in our book here and we're going to answer the question. And it's going to say, what does she usually do at noon? What does she usually do at noon? And so, look here, and do you see which one is noon? All right? And when we look, we can see this one right here. We look at the clock. This one is noon. All right? And so, for this one, what does she usually do at noon? Okay? And what we see here is it says eat lunch. But this is she usually do. So we don't want to say she eat lunch. We don't want that one. We want to say she, okay? And you can say usually if you want. You can say she usually, or you can just say she, what? Eats with the S. She eats lunch. All right. So, what does she usually do at noon? She eats lunch. Great. So, this is good practice, all right? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 3 more sentences, okay? And I want you to use your book, and you're going to do just like this, and you're going to try to write the answers, all right? So, go ahead and finish writing this one. Again, if you need to, press pause but I'm going to erase, all right? Okay, let's just do 2 for now. I know I said 3, but I just want us to look at this. So, go ahead and look at these questions, and this one's difficult, so I'm going to make this better. Okay? And I want you to fill in the words. So again, you can press pause, write these in your notebook, and then we're going to look at the answers together. All right, so go ahead and press pause now and try to write the answers. Now, here's what we're going to do to look at the answers. Again, we want to look at our do verb and then our words for time. Now, this one, we have our do verb here, but then we have 2 words for time. So again, what word do we use for time, time of day? We use, again, just like we said before, we use the word at 6:30, all right? But what do we say for the morning? Do we say at the morning? Do we say on the morning? We say in the morning, okay? And then here, this one, we want our do verb, okay? So we see she, right? But we see this right here, yesterday. And so yesterday, we know, what is yesterday? Past. So we want our do verb for yesterday. And so what is our do verb for yesterday? Did. All right, so the question, what did she do yesterday? All right, let me erase this, make this better here. What did she do yesterday at 6:30 in the morning? All right, and again, we want to look in our book. All right, 6:30 in the morning, so we want to find the picture for 6:30 in the morning. And then we want to use the right verb. So, when we see 6:30 in the morning, we see right here, this one, 6:30 in the morning. But the question, what did she do? And did is past. So in the book it says get up, but do we want to say get? No, because get, present, but we want past. So we want to say she, what? Got up. So, what did she do yesterday at 6:30 in the morning? She got up. Good. Now, let's look at number 2, all right? Number 2. This one is a little bit different because this one, what are they? Okay, and we want our do verb here at 6 o'clock the evening. All right. Now, this one, we have one word for time. And so this, the evening. Just like the morning up here, we have the evening. So what word do we want? The same, in the evening. Okay. So this, at 6 o'clock in the evening. Now here, we want to look at the do verb. And this is going to give us our clue. Are. Do you remember what verb, okay, what kind of verb do we use with am, is, and are? Okay, is this past, present? No. This, continuous. All right, so remember, with continuous, we're always going to use am, is, or are. And so here, this, what are they? And so we want our continuous verb, doing. What are they doing at 6 in the evening? 6 o'clock in the evening. So again, we want to look in our book and we want to find 6 o'clock in the evening. And we're going to ask, what are they doing? And the answer is going to be number 8 in our book, eat dinner. But again, what kind of verb do we want? This, continuous. So we want to say they, and remember, am, is, or are. So we are going to say they are eat. They are eat dinner. No, continuous. They are eating dinner. They are eating dinner. Okay? Good. Now, this is really good practice for our verbs. And you, at home, can go through these pictures and ask a lot of questions. Okay? What do you do? Okay? I eat breakfast. What does she do? She eats breakfast. What is she doing? She is eating breakfast. What did she do? She ate breakfast. So this is a good way to work on all of our verbs and the different times, the different tenses of our verbs. And we can ask questions and use a lot of the different words that we've been practicing on. So this is good practice today, and this is very difficult. So don't worry if it's hard. Keep practicing, all right? And you can write sentences like this. Look at this page and try to write sentences. Okay, try to write sentences past, present, continuous. All right, good. Again, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Thanks for today, and we will see you next time. Bye.